everybody, how's it going? Max with BuzzTox here, and I'm back with a reaction video. I saw the Thor trailer dropped, and I've become a big fan of Thor, especially after Ragnarok. I feel like they completely revitalized the character, and I think very quick he ended up becoming a lot of fans' favorite Avenger. Not the strongest Avenger. And he's been through a lot lately. Like, Asgard was destroyed. He tried to flee with his people on a ship, and that was destroyed. He then went and made Asgard on Earth and got really heavy, and then he helped defeat Thanos, and then he took off with the Guardians of the Galaxy. But I'm interested to see what happens in this movie. We know that Jane comes back as Thor. The MCU is getting really weird with all these timelines, variants, and universes, so I'm really interested to see if that makes its way in Thor. But without further ado, let's watch the trailer. Nice tree.
Kids, get the popcorn out. Let me tell you the story of the space.
He's probably with the Guardians here.
He was no ordinary man. He was a god. After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey. Well, he got in shape.
Good fitness montage.
To god bod. And after all that, he reclaimed his title.
Okay, so it's destroyed like from Hela.
Thor. Oh, spoke too soon.
So it seems like Jane is a part of this universe. What helmet is that? That looks so stupid.
The old ex-girlfriend.
What's it been like? 3, 4
Okay,
years?
she remembers him.
8 years, 7 months, and 6 days, give or take.
Thor remembers.
Am I, sensing feelings?
Well, you're right. The only ones who gods care about is themselves.
This guy's legit terrifying.
So this is my vow. All gods will die.
That's the God Butcher.
I was
Man.
going to say that was very, very impressive what you did back there.
I haven't seen Thor do
She's my
that.
first bad guy.
You never forget your first. You are not like the other gods.
And this movie's so much fun. We got goats on a boat with rainbows.
Fighting for.
Nice.
Let's see who you are.
Zeus!
Take off your disguise. And flick.
Oh, you flick too hard, damn it!
Should we help him?
I mean, eventually. Great.
Thor's gotten in shape. They gotta show off his bod. What can I say? Hey! It looks really good. So a couple things I noticed. First, with Jane, she has the destroyed hammer that Hela destroyed. So that's one part. Two part is they remember each other. It's been 8 years, something months, and however many days. And Thor's happy to have, you know, Jane back in his life. I think people were shipping him and Valkyrie together. And nope, they brought back Jane. So it seems like Jane is a part of this universe. So I don't know how they're going to explain her getting like a type of cancer and being worthy. I think, you know, like Spider-Man, they're going to try and loop in the blip when Thanos snapped and half the population died. That could be a part of it. We will see. But I'm really interested to see the story of Gore, the God Butcher. Because Gore, he's essentially one of Thor's most iconic villains. Essentially with him, he was kind of like this alien on a planet. Very poor. And basically he feels like gods have betrayed him, where religion isn't valid because of everything that has happened to him. And then one day 2 gods ended up fighting and dying on his planet. And then from that day forward, he basically vowed to kill all gods. And what's really interesting about that is one of the gods that died on his planet was, I believe, Null. And he's the king of the symbiotes. And that's like the Spider-Man symbiote. So essentially that sword that you see is a symbiote sword from Null. And that's how he ended up becoming very powerful. So this is what's going to be weird with Thor is right now we're in the MCU part of the story where every single movie seems like it has universes crossing over, variants of people coming, and it's just this big melting pot of stuff. So I'm interested to see if that happens with Thor, because in the story of Gore the God Butcher, he fights young Thor, old Thor, different variants of Thor, and it's pretty crazy. And it's kind of reminiscent of the shot we got in the first trailer of Thor being a kid and then a teenager and then an adult and kind of going through his cycle. And it seems like that's what this movie's about. You know, it's Thor kind of growing up, going through life, and kind of growing into the Thor that he's supposed to be. I don't know where Thor got that outfit, but he looks ridiculous. It's probably a way to sell toys. Create a different looking Thor. But all in all, like, the movie looks great. I love how they're sticking to, like, the Ragnarok kind of vibe. Taika Waititi still has his spin on it. I think really I'm just interested to see what happens with Jane. You know, what's her backstory? How does she end up having the hammer and it being repaired? And also I want to see if we dive into kind of a variant type storyline where we get different variants and different timelines, different universes. And if it's just going to stay as a cohesive story where the Jane that we see here is the Jane from before. And we only see one Thor, and that's the Thor that we know. We won't see Loki, or are we going to see the variant of Loki, like in the show? So there is so much to see, but all in all, Gore looks awesome. It looks like a great movie, and that is it. So thank you guys. If you like this video, you like this reaction, leave it a like, a thumbs up, a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the trailer. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.